little bit surprised when this item was placed on the agenda after the agenda was published. Obviously, Mr. Chair, you could have put a continuation of our discussion from the last meeting, so it was a wash either way. But I think that I'd like to begin by following up on something that Councilor Batte said so well at our last meeting. When we were reviewing the search applications, he said that council should put our house in order first. And he suggested this in a very positive way in order to help us go forward in the search for our permanent city manager. Several other councilors agreed with him. And I think that it's important, with the experience that Councilor Batte has gained from his 7.5 years, or coming close to his end of his second term, that, you know, his voice is an important one to listen to. So I think that we could gain by seeing if Councilor Batte would like to be kind enough to elaborate on how we should start the process in order to put our house in order. And I hope, Councilor Batte, that you'd be kind enough to comment on that.
Well, if it pleases the council, I'll be happy to do that. I couldn't agree more with what you just said, Councilor Roman. It's so important, so very important. And, you know, I'm not going to be around here that long, but it's important for me that this council be successful, that you move forward to do the people's work properly and with integrity and with character. And unless we set the course straight, and it's a tough thing to do. It's not the easiest thing in the world for us to do. The charter gives us the authority to do internal reviews, and I think we need to exercise that. You know, there's allegations out there. There's no wrongdoing. There's no guilt out there yet, including Mr. Nieblock. The court will decide whether there's guilt or innocence or wrongdoing. But we also have to make a decision as well in terms of the allegations of councilor involvement, city attorney involvement. And again, I stress completely, there's no guilt or wrongdoing inferred in anything I say. That'll be determined by another group, an internal review group that would look at this. I would strongly suggest, very strongly suggest, that we do two things. And again, this is meant to diffuse the black cloud that's over us right now, that's hurting us right now, it's holding us back right now, and will continue to unless we demonstrate to our constituents that we take these allegations very seriously and that we want to do everything we can to get rid of them if we possibly could. But to look the other way and not do that is going to hurt us greatly. I would suggest a couple of things. And they're not easy. And I know you're not going to be at ease when I suggest them. But I make these suggestions in all honesty to you. Number one, I think we really need to authorize, whether it be the city manager, whomever, an internal review to get the facts straight, whether there was any wrongdoing in terms of councilor or city attorney involvement in this Nieblock mess. Again, the courts are going to decide his fate, but it's up to us to take a look at this. And I strongly suggest that we authorize an internal review. We could ask for guidance from the Florida League of Cities in terms of doing this. I'm sure this isn't anything new to them. The Florida Department of Law Enforcement could possibly look at this as an internal review. Okay? They're suggestions, they're things. But it's a way of getting rid of and properly adjudicating this mess that we're in right now. And if you want to say it's not that critical or not that mess, I think you're missing the main point. And point number two is, because of the allegations regarding the city attorney's involvement, and you all know what I'm talking about. I don't have to get into specifics, and I don't want to. I think we need to temporarily ask for a replacement right now for our current city attorney, for another attorney on the Weiss-Sirota firm, until this matter is over. And if it's adjudicated and we can find that there's no wrongdoing here, we come back and at least we can say to our people, we've done the best we could to make sure that we protect your integrity and our character. So I would submit to you, Councilor Roman, and to my fellow councilors, that there are suggestions of how you might move forward. I gave you my best advice in my experience in law enforcement all my life. And to not do it would be a very serious mistake on our part. It's not something that could take that long. We can get rid of it, we can move on with our business and make an awful lot of people feel a lot better, including those where these allegations are swarming around. Absolutely, including them. But again, let me just end it by saying, please understand, no guilt, no wrongdoing in any of these actions, okay? Everyone. My understanding of our justice system is that we're all innocent until an adjudicative body terms it differently. And so that would be my suggestion to you, and I thank you for asking.
I